What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a super duper late review for American Horror Story. This is season 11. This is new. It's NYC. So episode 1. Something is coming, you guys. So I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't even know that. I didn't even remember that American Horror Story was coming on. So I'm so sorry this is late. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. I'll breeze through how I do my opening. Stop taking me on this date. Have me, if you guys aren't subscribed, stop taking me out on this date. Having me pay for it at the end of it. Thumbs up the video, like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, share, and with that out the way, without further ado, let's discuss American Horror Story NYC. So I will say that the first 2 episodes of American Horror Story NYC were pretty good. I enjoyed both of them, right? So this episode, we see I guess we're like a hotel, and we see this person, this captain. His name is Captain Ross, and this girl named Tanya, right? And she was hitting on him, but baby girl had no shame because the man is married. And she's like, oh, the rings can just come off. He says, well, mine don't come off. But then we see him. I don't know if it was him or someone else, right? So this takes place in 1981, and we see people at a sex party, right? So then we see that the cops have found this body that ain't got no head, right? The head is gone. So we are introduced to, I think her name is Billy Lord's character. Her character's name is Hannah, right? So she's talking to the mayor about a virus that she's found, right? And she said that the deer are the ones who are carrying the virus, and that they basically need to take out the deer. And child, that's exactly what they're gonna do. So then we see that they found a head that they believe went to that decaying body. And then we see Sandra Bernhardt's character. Her character's name is, we then learn her name into the second episode, and her character's name is Fran. So Fran. So we see Fran and her friends. So they went down to this office, and I guess you would kind of call it. So the guy, his name is Gino. They're coming at him, right? Because, so Sandra Bernhardt's character, Fran, is a lesbian, right? And this guy they're talking to, Gino, he is a reporter, but he's not writing stories about things that are happening to lesbians. He's more so just writing about things that are happening to gay men. And he's telling them that, unfortunately, at this point, that gay men are being hunted down, which that's going to be the theme of this season, because it's kind of giving a little bit of Jeffrey Dahmer. I have not watched that Netflix special. I don't think I'm going to watch it. I just have no interest in seeing anything about Jeffrey Dahmer at this point. I don't know. I'm not sold on it, right? So then we see Gino. So he's at home. So Gino, like I said, is a gay man. He has a partner by the name of Patrick. Patrick is a cop for the NYPD, right? So they're talking about the dead body that was found, right? So at this particular time, the cops are not really taking anything seriously that happens with gay men. They feel like it's a part of the lifestyle. If you are out at these like sex parties, bath houses, and things like that, you basically invite whatever happens to you to happen. I'm like, really? That is terrible. Also, Patrick is a closeted gay man. So Patrick is not out. No one knows. Well, I won't say no one knows, because I'm pretty sure people have their inclinations about Patrick, but for Patrick is on a DL, right? So I want to pause here and I want to move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, we're introduced to a character. His name is Adam. So his roommate Sully comes into the living room where he is, and he wakes him up, and he's trying to get him to. So Adam is down on himself. Something bad has happened. I don't know if that the headless man has anything to do with it, why he's down, but I'm kind of assuming that, but I don't know that to be factual just yet. So Sully is basically telling Adam like, hey, stop being down on yourself, get up, get off this couch, and come out with me, right? So we see them, they went out, right? Now, I don't know if Sully was a prostitute and a drug dealer, right? So they went to like a pier. Well, it wasn't a pier. It was like a park, right? Like, it was a park, and Sully went off with this man, and I think Sully was gonna give the man fellatio, but I ain't positive, right? But so yeah, so there's this guy in a leather mask that Adam saw, and he started screaming for Sully, and he took off running, right? So Sully left the man that he was gonna have, some kind of sexual encounter with, right? So he left that man, and he ran off to find Adam, only to find this leather man, and so Adam is looking for Sully. Sully, we don't know where the hell Sully is. So then we see Adam. So Adam went down to the police station, right? And Adam is telling Patrick about Sully being missing. But at this point, Sully has not been missing for 24 hours or even 48 hours, right? So Patrick ain't really paying him too much of attention, but Patrick told him to come back in, a day or two, right, to report it. So then Patrick goes to his boss and tells his boss about this, right? And once again, like I told you, the police are not at all concerned about this because, they keep saying the F word. I mean, they just dropped the F word, but this is the 1980s, so it wasn't as, it was offensive, but people felt okay with saying it in the 80s and the 90s, but in today's time, we know that you don't say that word, right? So he just keeps saying it. And I'm like, you as a gay man, how are you comfortable being around this kind of shit? But he's closeted, so whatever. So then we see Adam. So Adam went to a bathhouse, right? And, he went out with one of his friends, and his friend is just basically saying, child, Sully is a slut and a drug dealer. So Sully is fine wherever he is. I'm like, I don't think Sully's fine. I don't think we ever gonna see Sully again. I don't think we're gonna see Sully. So then we see Gino there, right? So Gino, he's talking to Adam, and they're talking about how the fact that the police won't help. Now, Adam did notice that this painting, right, or portrait, and he asked them who did it, the bartender, and the bartender tells him who did it, right? And like I said, this is a bathhouse, so if you guys are not familiar with the bathhouses, well, I'm not familiar with them either, but I've heard about them, and they're kind of like cruising places. And if you guys don't know what cruising means places where, people go to have sex, right? Just saying. That's what this is. So it's just random hookups. So the guy who did this, his name is Theo, right? So Adam, he's looking for Theo, right? And so Theo tells Adam that he wants to talk, so we do see him. So like I said, Theo's a photographer, right? So Adam wants to talk to Theo about the portrait that he took of the man in the leather mask, right? So in order for him to do that, Adam has to pose for Theo. And, also Theo showed him his portfolio. So Theo was asking Adam questions, but then he allowed Adam to ask him the question. So Adam asked him, who is the guy in the leather mask? So he says, I don't really know him like that, but the name that I know that people call him is Big Daddy, and I haven't saw him in some years, right? So once Adam is done, we meet Sam. So Sam is Theo's boyfriend, or whatever you want to call it, because it was just it kind of gives that they are probably, but this is the 1980s, so polyamory wasn't a thing in the 80s, so, but that's what this sounds like to me. Or it could be a benefactor, right? Actually, I think it's more of a benefactor than it is a polyamorous relationship. I think that Sam is, helping Theo with his photography, and with him helping with his photography, they are in a relationship. So he's doing his photography. He's helping him with his photography. He's getting him in places that he probably otherwise wouldn't have been able to get into, and he's also, giving him the sugar, the booger sugar, nose. What do they call it? The booger sugar. The nose sugar, the nose booger, not the nose booger, the booger sugar, right? So he's giving him that. So we see Adam, and Adam was on the train, and there was this strange ass lady that was on there. I think she was a homeless woman, right? Now she was murmuring to herself, right? Now I don't know if Adam was hallucinating or what, but she said something dark is coming. She kept saying something dark is coming, something dark is. I would have been off of that train faster than you can say goodbye. So I want to pause here and I want to move forward, you guys. So next up, we see Patrick. So Patrick is talking to Gino, right? And Gino asked his boss if he could leak his story to a reporter, and his boss told him basically no. If you do, off with your head. So Patrick said that he would like to ask some questions. Well, no, Gino asked Patrick some questions, right? No, I was right. Patrick had some questions for Gino. So Patrick is asking Gino, what does the handkerchiefs mean, right? He's like, what does a light blue handkerchief mean? What does a dark blue handkerchief mean? What does a yellow handkerchief mean? Gray, all this kind of stuff, right? So these handkerchiefs, because the head that they found, they pulled a handkerchief out of its mouth, right? So the handkerchief system is a system of sexual things that people do, and so the light blue handkerchief is for oral sex, right? So he says, and it's like if you wear it in your right pocket, I want to get this correct. If you wear it in your right pocket, that means you give head. If you wear it in your left pocket, that means you get head, right? So then one of them is also for S&M, one is for bondage, and a dark blue handkerchief is for anal. So Patrick tells him to go down to this bar called the Brownstone, right? And ask whatever questions he wants to ask. So then we see Patrick. Patrick is meeting a woman named Barbara at a coffee shop. So come to find out, Patrick is going through a divorce from his ex-wife. And I'm guessing they're going through this divorce because she found out he's a gay man, right? So then we do see Gino. So Gino is at this bar, right? And he's talking to this guy that frequents the place, right? So he does tell him about a man that does come in, and he comes in at almost closing time, right? So he goes for these, I don't know if he was trying to say, I don't know if he said chubby guy, but he said he goes for different guys, right? But he never sees the guys again. I'm like, well, damn, that doesn't alarm you that this man comes here and he, picks up guys and you never see these guys again? That doesn't alarm you? That doesn't say what the hell is going on here, right? So I'm going to pause here and we're going to wrap up the episode, you guys. All right, you guys. So somebody gave Gino a drink at the bar, right? Oof. Even in the 80s and even in today's time, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't accept no drink from nobody. Like, don't have somebody say, oh, this person bought you a drink. Nope. Take it. Take it back. I don't want it. But they readily accepted these drinks. I was like, that's a little scary to me, to just readily accept these damn drinks. But it is what it is, right? They accepted the drinks. So Gino accepted that drink and downed that drink, right? So Gino he was getting ready to leave the bar, right? And when he started leaving that bar, there was this person there that helped him into his car. I would have been like, you know what? I'm drunk, but I ain't that drunk to get in your car. Let's talk about Sam real quick, you guys. Sam is a predator. So Sam was talking to this kid, and he was offering him his big break with Theo. I was like, sir, run away. Because Sam just gives predator vibes, and I'm just like, ain't no way. So the guy's name is Freddie, right? So the guy, Freddie, went to Sam's place, and I was like, And that's the other thing that's just bothering me. I know this is the 80s and things were different in that time, but no, I don't go home with somebody that I don't know. Ooh, the red flags were just flagging. They were flagging. No. So Theo was taking pictures of Sam, right? He told Sam to get naked. Well, take his shirt off, basically, right? Sam came over and told the boy to get butt ass naked. I was like, and then he asked Theo, "Can you keep some for me?" I was like, ugh, what a creep. So Theo then asked Sam about Big Daddy, right? And Sam thinks that Big Daddy is deceased, right? So then we see Theo. He's telling Adam like that Big Daddy is, he's not among the living anymore, right? But he says, I know that it was the guy in that picture that I saw. So a guy walked by and wanted to hook up. A guy came by and wanted to hook up with Adam, and Adam was like, "Nah, I'm good on that, right?" So the guy that wanted to hook up with Adam, we see this other guy just come out of the woodwork and ask him to come to the steam room with him. So this dude just followed him to the steam room, and that was that. With that, I was like, excuse me, sir, you just gonna, So remember, I told you earlier in the episode about Hannah, right? That Hannah told the mayor that they gotta take out all the deers. Oh, now that scene right there, that was brutal. Thank God they didn't show it, but you could hear them deer screaming, and I was like, oh no, oh no. But you guys, that was the end of the first episode. It was like I said, episode 1 and 2 were really good. I really enjoyed it. I just didn't know that the show was coming on this week. I didn't even know when the hell American Horror Story was coming, to be quite honest with you guys. But that was American Horror Story Season 11, Episode 1. Let me know what you guys thought about Episode 1 in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, thumbs up the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.